Hello, and welcome to D20 Enclave. We're here to play some Dungeons and Dragons. As you can see, if you've been here before, the overlay has changed. It's just a little different.
Oh, yeah,
just a little bit. Anyway, other news: we're now affiliated with Fantasy Grounds. That's a big deal. Pretty cool. So if you're gonna buy anything, just use our link. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and we get a little bit back. Okay. So last time on Sanguine Isles. So, God, it was a weird game. So there was a baby born.
Yeah.
And you guys faught's a strong word. Created and destroyed a Demille golem? Question mark?
We found out that Keelikek was very good at drawing and painting.
Yeah, yeah.
Apparently.
He's
So,
an artist.
Yeah.
Picasso.
That happened. That
It
was
was
a
very weird.
thing. And
Two things are brought into this world, and one was swiftly taken out.
Yeah. That was funny. So that's pretty much where we're picking up. We can, if you guys want, we can pick up the next morning. That's fine. We don't have to pick up immediately after. I'll leave it up to you.
Flip a coin.
I can flip a coin.
Unless anybody has anything that they needed to do.
There's only one thing that's fine right now. That's the bear claw stuff in 2 days.
Yes. Yeah. You have a...
Which Traxon knows about.
Yeah. So, I mean, realistically speaking, unless you guys have anything else to do within those 3 days, we could fast forward to you going and picking up some items from an armorer with a bear.
I have no objections to this.
I mean, the only other thing that we had was potentially discussing the letter stuff.
Okay.
Also, do you have a copy of that? You never sent it to me.
I don't.
Rude.
I came up with that one on the spot.
Should have said I'd have listened it back and wrote it down.
It did give you a time frame of 1 month, though, so
Yeah, so that's what. Yeah, that's what
you're
I was.
down. You're down 2 days from when you got it already.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe we could do the night before we go to pick up Klondike's armor.
Okay.
And then I can, broach the subject of tyranny overthrowment.
I believe I have the note.
Did you write some of it down at least?
I think this was verbatim.
Oh, look at you.
Damn.
The box reads, Tindra and company, I must commend you on a job well done to ensure the safety of your friend. She will be returned mostly intact. Inside is a potion. Use the potion to assassinate the king of Ephra. I assume that was just my shorthand. You have 1 month.
Did you read that out loud to everybody?
Could I have?
Sure.
Would Tindra have let me?
Sure.
All right, yeah.
I would have
sure.
been like, so guys, I've got like a really important thing to discuss with you.
And then I read the note.
So yeah, you wanna help me kill a douchebag of a king?
You won't have protection from the Sanguine house. I asked.
It could raise some geopolitical issues being a knight
We
of.
did it once.
Well, Keelik Kek is a knight of. Not Ephra.
I mean, listen, unlike the last guy, this guy is actually a douchebag.
um,
Sure.
What do you mean, last guy?
what do you mean by last guy?
Oh, I mean, you know, other kings that may have died recently.
Make a history check. Anybody who's been traveling the world over the last year.
All of us.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I forgot to actually like add my fucking. I just rolled a d20.
That is a great start to my day.
Yeah, that's
That's a
what we
7.
want to see.
It's a 7 from me.
A 7
On your
from
mute if you were
Nimi.
saying anything, dude.
Yeah.
Draxon. You were with
Oh, do I-
Keelikek.
This
Yeah.
is true. I guess I can roll one. It's also at a -1.
Okay, so
So,
10 is all you needed, though.
okay.
It's indefinitely better than Keelik Kek's roll.
So the DC was pretty low on this. It's pretty big news. Round about 6 months ago, King Hatharal Randon from the nation of Titan, which is north of the Ostrosian Empire, where you guys were at in Dun, was assassinated. A group of bandits ambushed his parade train, his little flying carpet thing that he normally travels through the nation on, and murdered the shit out of him.
How has Keelik Kek not heard of this?
His wife and children were left untouched. However, the nation is still in mourning. He was a very beloved king. He was a good man. He didn't do anything really wrong. He led the nation, not in a tyrannical way, basically.
What? Which nation was it? What country was it?
Titan, just
Titan.
north of the Ostrosian Empire, northwest.
Oh, northwest. That's not where. Is that? Hold on. Wait a minute. Freeze. Where's the map again? Jesus Christ. Just gotta see. Just gotta see.
This one?
Some.
This is the non-political border one, but that is the map.
There's Titan,
Oh.
and then there's Wyden.
Oh yeah. I think Nemi would probably be aware of this.
You rolled high
But-
enough, yeah.
Yeah. That sucks.
Keelik Kek's like, don't even know what Titan is.
No, I've never been there.
Even though he's technically been through there at least once.
That's,
pretty
that's,
That's those are the mountains that you were put to work in.
Yeah, up in the island.
Yeah,
Across the
Wyden. Yep.
strait.
Yep.
it's unfortunate. When I lived in Titan, I mean, things were nice there.
To be quite honest, Keelik Kek was a slave at the time, so no hard feelings here.
I can imagine that would be pretty unpleasant. I don't blame you for not trying to remember, I guess.
So, this is news that we must keep under the wraps.
I mean, I think everybody
Sure.
knows that the king was murdered.
But not by him.
Wait. What?
Were you not listening to this conversation?
You see the pieces?
Get the clovers out of one's ears, yes?
That was you? Huh. Okay. That's a lot to take in.
Yeah, so you remember how I told you guys that before you guys, I had my own, I had another adventuring party.
Yes.
Well, I thought they were all dead because we'd be all quite old by now. And it turns out that one was alive, and their price for their freedom was to kill this king fella. So I did. But then they wanted this king dead too, and they want him to use this particular poison that they mentioned in the note, which looks like a drow poison. And the knife that they gave to kill the other king was also a drow knife thing. So it seems like that's what they're trying to do, is to like blame it on the drow guys and girls.
Do you know who they is?
Did I have an inkling of who the note came from at all? No, I didn't. Okay.
The first one.
No. 'Cause the first one just appeared from magic with a raven or something, didn't it? So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was signed Mal. You don't know who Mal is.
Nice.
So your friend is being held hostage.
Yeah.
And if you had known who sent this, obviously you probably would have just went and freed him instead.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Being used.
I would have killed the shit out of them. But I didn't see, and I had like a timeline. Well, didn't really have super timeline, but when we were inside and I found out that the king was going on like this parade tour, so there was just an opportunity, so I took it. Whereas this guy, I've kind of got a more specific timeline of a month. So I don't really have a lot of room to investigate where there's potentially whoever they're holding my friend. And this king's a dick, so I'm like, I don't mind killing this guy because he's a dick. But, I figured I'd ask you guys to see what you guys wanted to do, because, as Llewellyn rightly points out, you're not getting any protection from anybody, and also apparently killing one king is enough for some people.
What does friend Lou have to say about this? Besides, we don't get the protection from the order.
I did it once. I can't do it again, seeing as this man is a tyrant, but I cannot cross this line too many times. I will not survive it, so we need to make certain that he is as bad as we think he is. I will do as the party decides.
I have nothing else better to do, I guess, so.
When you say you will not survive it, what do you mean?
It would be knowledge, right? That like crossing a line too many times will
Yeah, just like mono.
Cool. Well, we
Sorry,
are
just like mono?
Mata.
Oh, that makes more sense.
like mono, yeah. You get
Mono.
I was
mono.
like, I don't
It
think
gives you
cares
mono.
about cares about your emotional state.
If we blood paladins were made to slay evil to the world and people, and I have killed one king that was good, so some believe And if I cross a line and kill more innocents, or I will perish. I will die. And that is the best case scenario.
So you do not help.
I did it one time. I can help a second, but we have to be certain of how we are going to do this.
But if it puts your life at risk, it is not something that Kilikek is not willing to. If there's a choice between helping and keeping you alive or safe, that's not a difficult decision for Kilikek.
I would say that if we are to make that choice, it is Tindra's friend, so perhaps we let him choose. Sadly, my life is constantly in danger. My oath puts that.
Oh, I mean, listen, I'm not going to make you guys do something you guys don't want to do. I'm just asking now and informing you guys now in case you did want to help. But if you feel like this is something that you don't want to do, then that's okay. This is no easy task that I'm asking.
Well,
I've got nothing else better to do.
If it's assassinating a king, it's definitely something Kilikek can help to do with his particular skill sets. However, if it's possible to keep Friend Lou from directly being involved with this, that would be the best, yes?
Well, I think that's what Blue Adam was saying, was that if we have proof that the king is a tyrant, it's kind of okay. It would be if the king was like a really good guy.
So if the king is truly how you say an asshole, then it might mitigate the chances of whatever detriments might.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think, I mean, we just look around the city and it's very obvious to see that he's an asshole, but, that could just be our perception, I guess, or my perception. But also I don't want to, have my opinion of something sway you guys' decision. If you guys, don't want to do it anyway, then that's fine. If you guys think that he's doing a good job, then that's also okay. That's all. That's fair for you.
I will make this
sorry,
easy.
go ahead.
I will help as I am needed, as we did last time.
Is it does anyone here have any idea what would happen to the political climate between the Astrosian Empire and Ephra if we were to go through with this?
Well, I don't know any. I don't think I know anything enough about this political climate in this city. Llewellyn might do, because she's from here.
So, Llewellyn, you were very familiar with this place. It's run by a king, but the merchant guilds hold some power here. So if the king were to fall, there is a good chance that someone from the merchant guilds is going to try to take that seat. What that means for the relationship between the Astrosian Empire and Ephra, you don't know, unless you all were to get caught, of course.
Let's
find out.
not. Yeah, I'll repeat what he said.
Okay.
You said that in a very deep, manly voice, Llewellyn.
You know.
Yeah,
What is-
so That could potentially be better than a tyrant, but it could also potentially be worse. I don't know. I mean, we could always do a bit of, there's no need for a decision today. We can do a bit of, investigating maybe and just kind of see the general vibe before coming to a decision. But I just, you're my friends and I wanted to get your help if I could get it.
Well, we definitely have at least a couple of days before we have to go make a delivery pickup. Perhaps we can use that time to do some observation. What does Draxon? What does Draxon think about this?
Well, if he's such a bad guy and making the lives of, the majority of people here terrible, which, depending on where you go, it seems like it may be that way, then maybe the leadership needs to be changed. Because the leadership is supposed to protect the majority, not a select few.
Keelikek has one more question. Do you have a guarantee that this is the last thing that will be required from you in order to set your friend free? Or will you continue to be used?
Well, they did say in their letter that this was the thing that would be that would free my friend, but I don't have a guarantee, obviously. But at the same time, I have my suspicions that this poison is, looks like, as I mentioned, looks like some kind of drow poison, and I think that it was the knife that they asked me to use previously was also related to that. So I think that they're going to try and pin it on the drow, so I'm assuming that when these two kings are killed, there is going to be some kind of a play that will occur, and I assume this is a play that they have ready to go and ready in motion. So as soon as this happens, I expect something else to happen.
Would for a question for the DM, would Keelikek be smart enough to know?
I mean, that's always a question.
To know, yeah, that's the roll for it, right? To know things about, like, if he were to investigate, like, the letter or the poison, if he could, like, find fingerprints or some sort of thing to try and, like, trace back who might be handling these things before they got sent.
mean,
he just got in like the survival stuff.
Keelikek's not an idiot. However,
I mean, that's up for debate.
I mean, based on solely his stats, he's not an idiot. He's a little slower than everyone else in the party, but he's not an idiot. It just takes him a little bit longer to comprehend what's going on.
That's why he asks all the questions.
Now, if you were trained in something like investigation, I may say that, yeah, you could make a roll like that to see if you can figure something out. Or Arcana, really any of those things.
Okay.
If you were trained.
All he's got is survival, but that doesn't help with investigation. So and
that would be more like the physical tracking in the wilderness or through a city or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then he will not be making any rolls for that.
Okay.
Tindra, do you mind if I examine the poison?
No, I was actually going to ask you to see if you could anyway. So that would be great.
Great. So I want to see if I can reverse engineer it and learn how it's made, so we can have more of it if need be.
Okay. So,
Just don't consume it.
Drax, and
Of course not. I know enough to not consume
this is
it.
going.
Nightshade.
This is
Give it a
going
little
to be. It's going to be a herbalism kit check, and don't roll a 1.
It wouldn't be
You
poison.
lick your fingers.
Poisoner's kit would help. Yeah.
Yeah. Dex or int.
We're gonna go with Dex first,
Good.
and this is just to. We're gonna say handle it with care,
Okay.
and then we'll do the intelligence part just to see what you can find out about it.
Okay.
So you've got your poisoner's kit out. You have this new vial of poison. You set everything up. Go ahead and make a Dex-based poisoner's kit roll. This is where you don't want a 1. Okay, well, it's not a 1, so that's good. You didn't spill it all over yourself. You're a little shaky. As soon as you open the vial, you can tell that this is probably very potent, whatever it is, just by smelling it. So go ahead and roll your intelligence-based check. It's a vial. Well. It's hard to say. You're not familiar with this kind of poison. And it would take you some time to really figure out what's going on here.
How much time?
With that roll, like a week.
I'll relay that information.
What is the benefit of framing the drow?
Well, the drow have like a whole civilization, so I guess it's just another empire to conquer.
Do we know where the drow generally live?
Typically the Underdark, which is like you've got your surface level people, right? And then deep caverns and caves and passageways under the earth. There's a whole network of them that spans basically the entire planet. That's where a variety of creatures live, including the drow, because they are averse to the sun.
The question is what would they do? Like, who are they trying to turn against the drow? The whole world?
It seems that way.
Try to spark some sort of worldwide conflict between the surface and those who delved in the deeps. Either way, Kilikek will side with his friends. You have my back, my friend. Or I have your back. Something like that.
That is good to know.
Well, if you wish, I may put out some. I may ask the Sanguine House if they could look into who could possibly be doing this, as this does seem not personal, but there's something on a grander scale that is happening, and that is our department.
Could it's up to Tindra.
I mean, as you've already mentioned that you've asked them and we don't have any protection, I guess there could be no harm in telling them again that we're gonna potentially kill the king.
You're protected. If we got out that I helped, they would all be murdered brutally. Kind of an assurance on both our ends.
Kilikek certainly cannot ask anyone back at Dun because Kilikek doesn't trust anyone back at Dun.
Fair enough.
Including, to an extent, Lady Mada.
She will be dealt with.
Ooh.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, yes, I have asked that her contract be terminated as part of the Sanguine House.
Well then. So maybe Kilikik is no longer a knight of the Astrosian Empire. At this point.
I assume you still are. We were just suggested by Mada, not truly, you know. She didn't give us our titles. She gave it to the higher ups. I don't know how knighthood works.
Mada knighted Kilikik.
It goes to the big book in the capital.
Yeah, see? So
Mada,
we're in the book.
Mada knighted you, and that information got sent on to the capital city.
You in the system, my folk. The government
I'm in
can
the
track you, isn't it?
Proceeds to go on Facebook. Well, I will tell the Sanguine House to look out for this name and try to piece together who this is or give us any information, and we will get to plotting.
We can prep and investigate if we can avoid upsetting the balance of things. That would be best, but like you said, if he is truly a tyrant, who cares?
Perhaps we should visit first?
Visit where?
Titan.
Oh no, we've already been there. We don't need to go back.
Okay.
Kilikek wishes not to go back to Titan.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
What do you want?
My mother and father are there. My human ones.
Would they have any knowledge of any of this?
I don't know. But if nobody else wants to go, it's fine. You don't have to. It was just an idea.
Well, the time frame is a month. It would take more than that to go to Titan and back to Ephra.
If it is okay with everyone, I believe that we can do this and probably run away and wear the disguise ourselves and go to Tidon.
If we want to,
Well, to be fair, you might want to go back to Dun and kill that fuck nugget that you said is there, right?
Keelikek does not think it'll be that easy.
Yeah.
Well, Keelikek does have a persona that is established here. We're still working on the forgeries, but those are underway as well.
He's gone.
Great.
And where did Tindra go?
He walked off. He was upset.
Well, then maybe Keelikek won't do the thing. What I was saying was, as Fandrake Feldborn, perhaps could get close to the king as a high-ranking noble.
But wouldn't I have papers or something of the sort to assure that you are him indeed?
Well, yes, that's what the forgeries are for.
Do you not think people would have seen him or maybe find it strange that nobody has ever heard of him?
Oh no, he is actually someone who lives here. I am just masquerading around as him.
Yes, but that is my point. If he lives around here and you go to court dressed as him, would that not mean that there would be two of you? And that would be strange?
Well, yes, if he's in the area. Or if he's not in the area. If you catch Keelikek's meaning.
Ah, do we throw him into the sea?
Can he swim?
I do not think so. That would fix the problem.
Keelikek doesn't necessarily think that we have to kill him. We have to merely make people believe that he is the one who did it.
Sure.
As just an idea from Keelikek.
I will say this, KP. Because of your background, with enough time, you could just establish yourself as a new noble in the area. You wouldn't have to dump somebody in the ocean and masquerade as them. Because
But that's way more fun.
it
Come
is.
on, wear their face!
It is, but you don't know if you've never met this person. You have no idea if they're dragonborn or not. Now,
Hey,
or
listen. I came up with Fandrake Gelbor, and then apparently he existed in the city. So that's why we're going this route.
that's fine.
Keelikek can make up a new one.
But I'm just saying, you could use your background to help you establish, even with,
And there's time
well, some.
sometime. Or Keelikek can make a new persona. Keelikek can do this. This is something that he's done before.
That would help.
We just need to come up with a suitable name and story for this new person. And we have to decide whether Keelikeg can go around as a dragonborn or if he has to use the hat and look like an elf, which is probably the more likely option. What do you think, Tindra?
I mean, if that's what you want to do, I don't know. I don't know if it will help us, but I don't know if it will hurt. So, yeah, having a noble background might get us access or information that we otherwise wouldn't get. So it's not a bad idea.
I have a question. Would we need extra sets of hands to do this? Because I may know people in the city to help us
I mean,
commit.
he needs to be
our
poisoned. So if we know someone that can put it in his food, job done.
Could easily be, could just simply find where he's eating, go invisible, and sneak in, put in the poison, and
Well, I mean, I'm going to assume that there's probably some kind of protections in place, but
yeah.
you know, who knows? If we have a noble background, maybe there'll be like a ball or something that we can get invited to.
How does everyone feel like being Keelikek's servants?
Keelikeg, no. Fandrick, yes.
Not Fendrake, somebody else.
Depends on how good looking
Fandrick.
you are.
Fundrake. Fundrake Schmeldwar.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
hydrate?
if it's going to take you time to
Hydrate.
do that, and then Draxon needs some time to review the poison, I guess, as well. So you know, as long as we're mindful that there is a time limit. Wait, actually, time limit was a month, right?
Yes, you have until the 30th every month.
Is there anything going on around the 30th that, like, is there festivals in this city? What's the crack?
Well, there was
What
the New
city
Year.
is it
There was
exactly?
the New Year's celebration, which has passed. There's really nothing else that you are aware of within the rest of the month.
Okay. Yeah, well, we can do some other research. So, you know, we can do a week of planning if that's how long it takes for everyone to do their stuff.
Okay. I will try to find some helping hands.
Keelikek will begin crafting his new persona.
Maybe I can disguise myself, or as one of the servant children that work in palaces, and see if maybe I can establish some insider information. I mean, advantages of being a child.
Oh yes, you are a child.
You're an actual child.
I'm not.
It could help.
Actually
Well,
a child.
I would
Look at you.
as,
You're so
as
tiny.
long as small, tiny, fits in box.
Yes, I know I fit in a box.
As long as you dress as an elf, you should be okay.
Put these on.
Like this?
Little ears. Yes. There you go. fixed.
No one will ever know.
Oh,
Interesting.
did y'all redeem your hydrate?
I did say hydrate.
I don't have anything to drink,
Thank you.
It may have
unfortunately.
been while my internet was down, so I apologize.
Drinking the visage at
Delayed
his
hydrate.
Keelakek after he drinks his vial of attractiveness that he apparently has.
And maybe if there is a party or something going on, maybe Nemi, maybe you can be invited as like the artist of honor.
You dance quite well.
I can dance. Sure. Yeah, I can dance. I can dance.
Does Nimi not like dancing?
Nemi's been off the last couple of days.
Yeah, Keelakek's
why.
noticed.
Still red. Still has been red.
So,
Okay.
is this the plan? We try to investigate and also do some preparations.
It seems the
Yeah,
plan.
so Keelakek is going to build his persona, Draxon's going to investigate this poison, Llewellyn's going to find some helpers. I'm going to try and see if I can investigate the palace as a poor little servant boy, and Nemi's going to go on a tour. Tour of the city, become more famous.
Nemi can come with me. If they so wish.
Stop
somebody
answering the
knocking?
fucking door.
I swear, I hear that knock and I can't tell if it's on my door or yours. You
It's not
Stork.
mine.
Is it our door?
Is your door is open? Is being knocked on?
I guess I could go with you, but wouldn't it be
Hold
better
on,
to
hold
have
on.
multiple
I'll
distractions?
answer the door. Fuck off! Close the door again.
So Olivia holding the baby.
I don't care.
I'm gonna hold. I was gonna hold the knife and then put it down. And I go. 1 second. We are doing something. Give me
Wait.
1 second.
Oh, the door knock is
Yeah.
Is in the
sound
It's
effect.
in game.
Oh, I
Yeah.
literally thought somebody else. I guess somebody's gonna answer the door. Just probably get the door.
They got
It's
it.
It's fine. It's just the ex-pregnant lady. It's fine.
I'll
She's had
open the
baby.
door.
She's had the baby now. What more does she want?
I'll open the door.
How many months of attention does a new baby get?
So many years.
Years. Well, that's unacceptable. This is bullshit. You've had the baby. Woo.
I do not know if you have children, but I truly hope you do not.
I mean, I'm 9.
You are like 90. You cannot keep saying that and switching between the two. You have to pick one.
I'm 9.
Okay. You are a 9-year-old, and that is how we will treat you. Olivia, yes. Hello. How are you? What do you need?
Can we talk?
Yeah, we are done with this conversation anyway. Keelakek's gonna go get some scraps and he wants them.
Certainly. Like to all of us?
No. Well, if they want. No, it's a family thing.
Okay. I'm gonna go to Nemi and I'm gonna give him a little head kiss, just a little forehead kiss. I go, I will be back. We will go do something that is not sad.
Okay.
Okay. I will follow Olivia.
She takes you back to her room, which is notably husbandless.
Oh. Okay.
So, it's really subtle, but I would really like it if you could look at the baby.
Look at it. Why? What is wrong with it?
I don't. Just look.
Okay, I'll take the baby from her hands and I'll put it on the bed and I'll take a look at it.
Make a.
When did I become a doctor?
Just look at the kid. Yeah, just like an investigation check or medicine check.
Okay.
Either one, whichever is better for you.
Okay, I'll do investigation. I'll see if there's anything wrong with it. I'm gonna roll again.
Use your
Yeah.
one of your 18 inspiration.
Never mind. I used the 10.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh my god, I'm gonna change these colors. Terrible.
So nothing immediately sticks out at you. Child looks healthy. There's nothing seems to be off about it.
Okay.
Olivia did say it was subtle though, so maybe you're not seeing something.
What is wrong? I see nothing wrong. I am afraid.
I don't think he's an elf.
What? I'm gonna look at its like ears and features and.
Just look. It's just off.
Olivia, did you?
No.
Did you have?
No, I did not.
Where is your husband? I assume this is the issue
We had a fight.
because it does not look elven.
Yes.
You are certain you did not.
I know I didn't.
Okay. Can I activate my detect magic and stuff?
Which your like Fey Fiend Undead thing? Is that
Yeah.
what you wanted to use? Yes.
And I will
so
flick my eye patch up.
You activate your divine sense. And a lot of Fey around, like Fey signatures around. Elves are descendants of Fey, so they, you have that kind of flicker about them, but it's not like true Fey creature. You kind of get the same sense of the child, but fiendish.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. This cannot be correct. Let me try something else. And I'm gonna activate what is it called? Not that. Detect magic. Let's see if there's anything else on it.
No magic. It's a
So it's just
small, healthy,
an air of fiend.
small, healthy, fiendish child. It does have kind of
a child.
It does have kind of like a like that same flicker of feyness to it that Olivia does, but there's like just a more fiendish there than there is fey.
Okay. Did you piss off a demon or devil or a
No.
witch with a hat?
What? No.
Your child has fiend blood in him, or an aura about him.
Told you, something's wrong.
Okay, let me try to help them. Can I lesser restoration them?
You can certainly try.
Yeah,
Make a
I'll try that.
spellcasting check. Okay, plus your charisma and your proficiency bonus, you
6.
definitely cast the spell.
Yeah.
You cast Lesser Restoration on child, and how long does your divine sense last? Like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Nothing changes. The child, as far as you can tell, is perfectly healthy.
Okay.
Giggles when you cast the spell on it.
Hey, don't do that. That's weird right now. Bad baby. Can this hold on?
All of the drama.
How is
I-
Keelakek so low in HP? I just noticed that.
Been rolling. You've been rolling. Not great.
Okay, sorry.
I do not know what to do about this.
Make another medicine or investigation check. Now that you've kind of detected that whatever Olivia is saying is potentially true here.
I'll use another one. Why not? Fuck
Got
it.
so many of them. You have 16 left.
That's sure. Why not?
I mean, it's better. It's
Olivia-
better.
Why didn't you let me tell other people so I could get a little inspiration?
So
Okay.
some things start to stick out at you. They're subtle,
Okay.
very subtle. The ears maybe a little too long. Just seems unproportionate, but only if you look at it for a while.
Josh, real quick. Okay, sorry, go on. I have an idea as to what's going on, but go ahead.
You notice that the child doesn't cast a shadow, which if you're not paying attention, you won't notice. Like, it's a subtle thing. Not a lot of people pay attention to shadows. You just kind of assume that they're there, right? And something that not everyone would notice, unless, you have the clothes off of them. There is a tiny nub of a tail with a little forked end.
Oof.
Little tiny forked-ended tail.
Is this a fucking changeling, baby? Somebody cast ye old switcheroo.
It's
I'm
a
gonna be
tiefling.
mad. It's a tiefling, baby.
It's a tiefling child.
Oh, it doesn't have the coloring of
No.
tiefling either.
Tieflings they don't have to. They can look human or elven.
Huh.
They can have the same coloration as their parents. They don't have to be, blue or red or purple or orange, green.
This is
So
going to
what's wrong with
sound
orange people?
Nothing.
ridiculous. Wow. I forgot what I was gonna say now.
It's going to sound strange, but
This is going to sound strange, but I know we don't know our families, but do you know anything about them at all?
I don't.
Well, somewhere along the line, you had in fiend blood or infernal, and this is your child. This is a tiefling child.
And you hear behind you. It wasn't her fault.
Her husband.
Uh-huh.
What did you do?
Who is probably the more appropriate question.
A few years back, before I met Olivia, during my adventuring heyday, I made a deal.
What kind?
One that would allow me to live as long as an elf.
And in exchange, I do not care what you got out of it.
I didn't read the fine print. I just did what I was told.
Whose child is that?
It's our child. It's just tainted.
By whom? He's also a paladin, right?
He is a paladin, or was at one point.
So you know that it is important who you made a deal with.
Yes.
And that is...
Hey, this is so stupid. Called himself Crank, but I don't know if that's its actual name.
I'm gonna look back to Olivia. Truly, an idiot of epic proportions.
She didn't
You
know.
made it...
She had no
I'll
idea.
look to... Yeah. You did not think to mention this at all?
It didn't seem important. It didn't involve her at all.
Well, this is your child, and this is your fault.
Yeah.
So how many of your children will look like this?
I don't know.
You are not allowed to read or sign anything ever again.
He just kind of hangs his head and walks off.
I'm gonna yell out, it will be healthy. Olivia, it is your child. Nothing. There is nothing I can do. It is simply born this way.
Right.
It will grow up to be, well, hopefully not like your husband, but a lot like you. You know, some of your husband, little strong, none of his brain.
We can hope.
This should not ruin your life. It is okay. It will be born. It will be great. It will be raised by two loving parents. It will be better off than most people. So.
And when the magistrate finds out that a child has been born here to an elf that isn't an elf,
You have to leave.
damn it. Really like it here.
I don't.
Not here, but here. We finally had our own thing going.
And I was so very proud. But you have to go. It's... You remember the days you would jump from house to house. It's like that, but you get to have a house. just somewhere else.
Hmm.
And not dirty and full of mice.
Hmm. Hmm. I miss those days sometimes.
It was fun. But it was not fun getting beat up for food. So,
That's why you're so strong now.
that's not a good thing. Pretty sure one of my ribs is healed wrong. It stabs me every time I breathe. My knee is also bad.
Oh, whine
Back
more.
hurts
Come on.
constantly.
Let's go get some food.
Fine, you don't have to be a jerk. Also, have you seen Puppet?
No?
Should probably find them.
Hmm.
And I'll go down and have some dinner with her and explain to her what her new baby means.
Sure. Okay.
Just be like, it's a baby. That's it.
That's
There's nothing else to it.
it's just a baby. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna go get I'm gonna go actually no, I'm just gonna go down with Olivia.
All right. What the rest of you guys doing?
What time is it?
Like by now, I don't know, 7 a.m. You guys, it was early morning. You were discussing
oh, this.
this.
Is the morning?
Yeah, next morning.
Is there a roof?
Yeah. So this particular this tavern is built into like this derelict ship. So it's more like the deck of this ship.
Is there a crow's nest?
Yeah.
Oh, and that means in the crow's nest for sure.
Okay. Okay. What's Nemi doing? Just looking
Just
out?
sitting up there. Yeah, just looking out, just looking around.
Cool.
Just watching things. If anybody like tripped or something like that, he's gonna laugh. May cast heat metal on something just so something breaks for the hell of it. Why not?
Sure. Okay.
Emmy's gone into his emo phase of music.
Yeah. He's always
Break
been
up album.
mischievous. He just likes you guys to not play pranks on you guys.
All right. So, with that said, we can fast forward a couple days.
One day, so that we can go pick up Klondike's armor.
Okay. Are you all doing that together? You going all together?
And I know I brought it up, and I mean definitely would have stayed behind.
Okay.
I just remembered.
Tidra has no interest in armor for a bear.
I just remembered that somebody wanted to do that. That's why I brought it up.
Okay.
Yeah, but Keelikek ordered it, didn't he?
So
I think Keelikek probably will go.
So Keelikek, Drax, and
Tidra's going to decide on his
Drax will
plan
go.
to infiltrate his palace.
Llewellyn going to pick up armor for the bear.
No, I'll stay with Nemi.
Okay. So, the two of you go to the armorer.
Hilarious watching Jay run by behind Thorn. Just fucking.
I had to pee.
I was just like, who's that running?
Oh. So, you get there after traveling through the city. Lots of good food being smelled this morning. A lot of various different things being cooked. The different aromas fill the city air. You get to the craftsman's district. Make your way to the armorer, and your man's there. Seems like he's putting finishing touches on some sort of contraption.
Hello. Good afternoon. Morning.
Welcome back.
Day.
He takes this stamp looking thing, takes a hammer, pounds on it. Just one good time, putting a indentation in the metal. His craftsman stamp. And he looks at it and he looks over. Is that the bear?
That's the bear. This is my friend and his bear.
Friend, and does your friend have a name?
Traxon.
Draxon, hello. And the bear?
Her name is Klondike.
Klondike, wonderful. Well, I've never fitted a bear for armor, so that thing's not gonna bite me, is it?
No, she is very well behaved.
Right. Okay.
If it makes you feel any better, she can understand exactly what I say. Seeing as I am a furbolg, you have that ability.
Right. It's weird. And he takes this gauntlet-looking thing. He takes this gauntlet-looking thing and kind of walks over. And you can see, like, bear claws are normally like 6 or 7 inches of worth of claw. Like, these are, they're big. Bear paws are huge. He walks over with this pair of gauntlets, and so I'm just gonna he bends over and he starts to like tie this thing on using the straps on the gauntlet, and he kind of steps away both sides, and you get a final look at it, and it's like this bladed, jointed thing. You've never seen anything like it. Imagine a bunch of short swords tied to a bear, but curved.
Truly, you've outdone yourself.
How long are these things? Jesus.
You're looking probably 24 plus inches per blade.
Bro, what? How?
You can Draxon, you can upgrade Klondike's claw attack 1 die type. So whatever the die type is for the claw goes up by 1.
Kiwi Cake, I appreciate this so much.
Anytime.
And
My friend.
I will say this. Klondike now has disadvantage on stealth rolls. Because as she walks, it's just clank, 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 clank. It has, puts the paws down, all the blades clank down on the ground. And there's no masking it. It is a terrifying sound.
We didn't make it Wolverine.
They don't retract. No. It's like
Retract would have been the better descriptive term than Wolverine.
so. Obviously, if you're walking around in city where there's stone and you're probably going to have to maintain these quite regularly. I would sharpen these blades every night.
Will do.
They
do. You have something that I could buy to do so?
Yes, we have. I've got whetstones.
How much? How expensive are those?
I can. They're not much. 1 copper.
I'll give him a gold.
Jeff.
Uh-oh.
$34.56.
Name is Jiv.
Thank you, Mr. Bashman. Your game's current OGL is no longer authorized. Please cease and desist from using aforementioned license. Well, 1.0 is still currently active. And the new one's just a draft. I can say that now because it is. We'll see. Do you guys get 3 more inspirations?
Oh my god.
You have
It's
so
like
many.
every single roll that I make, I can just roll inspiration.
All of them. And I now have a total of 28 anti-hero points. I haven't had a reason.
Too many.
I haven't had a reason to use them.
You can just crit like 8 times in a row and just drop the whole party.
They're not special anti-hero points. Just regular anti-hero points.
Is it like you can't stack them, or can you stack them?
I think we had said before that I can't. It just becomes too much.
Okay.
However, I can
Alright.
I can adjust the die, the physical dice. I get to manipulate that number by 1 in my favor some way. So if you roll a crit, I can just make that a 19.
Yeah, you've done that to me before, you dick.
So
I'll play a champion fighter just to screw you over, so it won't mean anything.
That's why I roll magic missiles, so I don't have to roll anything.
So yeah, again, thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it, man. That's one of the portraits paid for. Thank you. So you already paid for this in full, right, Gillikek?
Yes.
Okay. The whetstones are a copper each.
And I give him a gold.
That's okay, hang on.
We don't want a gold's worth of whetstones.
We might need them.
He gets
Just glance at
99
the
more
face.
whetstones.
There's too many. That's too many.
They're just little stones, right? Little smooth stones that you just, put water on the blade and you start smoothing the edge down. Okay, well,
If Draxon wasn't swole, he's going to be now after having to do those whetstones every
here
night.
you go. 99 whetstones. I hope you realize that each one of those is a pound.
I plan to get a saddle, or at least something that has saddle bags on it.
Oh, for the bear.
Yeah,
The bear transported
also,
around.
that is in the plans.
Do you have any saddles?
You have a bear-sized saddle.
I do. No, not for a bear.
Could you make a bear-sized saddle?
How much time do you have?
We're looking at an extended stay potentially.
Yeah. Well, I could find somebody to Yeah, we can make a bear saddle. Can I take some measurements this time?
Yes. Also, it mostly just needs the saddlebags. Is the main thing.
So you
but
just.
it would need something to attach it to the bear.
Oh, that's easy enough. Hold on. Just. Give me an hour with the bear. I don't know if you guys need to do anything. Give me an hour with the bear. I can fit her up with saddlebags. Saddle. You don't need to actually ride the bear, do you?
I mean, somebody may ride the bear, but they won't need a saddle for that.
You're
We'll just hold on
so
to the bear.
Weird. He goes and gets a bunch of leather
it's a ranger
straps.
thing, I think.
Goes and gets a bunch of leather straps. Starts cutting them down to size, wrapping them around the back, and flips them around. It takes him about an hour, like he said, but he's able to fit basically a bunch of straps so that you can tie on saddlebags to Klondike. That's about 13 gold worth of leather, 5 for the labor. How's that sound? 18 total.
I give him 2 platinum.
You want change or?
No, you're good. You can keep it.
Thanks.
You've done a lot of good work for my friend / companion / pet Klondike.
I appreciate that.
We appreciate it.
No, it is.
Out there.
It is I who appreciate your patronage.
I hope that if we need anything else, we can come find you here.
Sounds great.
We'll be sure to refer you to our friends.
I appreciate that.
You ready to go?
Did you update the die type, or do I need to do that?
I did it. Let me double check, make sure I did the right one. Because at first I was doing the claws, or the bite.
It was
which is
a
a D8.
The claws
not
are
correct.
claws are D6, right? Starting.
Yeah,
Okay.
and now they are 2D8.
Now it's
instead of
now
2D6.
it's 2d8s. Yep. Okay. All right. Cool deal. So
Now you just gotta bring the bite.
now now those still count as unarmed strikes for your bear. It's the same motion. They have to do the same thing to make the attacks, whatever. However, now, should you wish to do it, you can enchant your bear's weapons.
I gotta get money for that though, because I currently have in my inventory 1 gold. I got $1.
How much are the enchantments? Just curious.
A basic basic enchantment's gonna run you about 500 gold.
Child's play. We ready to go?
That's not what I wanted to do.
Why don't you sell that potion of healing?
That's not what I wanted to do. Why you do? Why you do? I'll put it back. Yeah, unless nobody else has anything. Anybody?
Would now be the time that I should go talk to Buddhists?
You certainly can.
Yeah, I'll go talk to Buddhists.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. All the
90.
whetstones are on the bear.
Yeah, they are. You know what else is going to go to the bear?
Nope.
Can I put things from my inventory in Klondike's inventory?
You maybe?
I cannot.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Never mind.
Hold on.
I don't know. Maybe.
No. Oh, I did.
You can, yeah.
The party inventory is now just Klondike's cattle bags.
Nope. Klondike has her own inventory. Okay.
I will manage it meticulously.
So, real quick, what is the rest of the party doing? Llewellyn, Tindra, and Nemi.
Tindra was gonna try and see about gaining access to the palace or whatever it is as a servant. So he would have tried to see if there was like a line of servants that go into the palace in the mornings that he could have like just disguised himself as a some kind of servant and like joined in and then got on sort of like an overview of some palace stuff. That's his goal today.
That is his goal today. Okay.
He working.
Okay.
And he's just been set in the crow's nest of the ship. Most likely with Llewellyn.
Well, it is a way to make a living.
Okay.
He hasn't been very talkative,
Right.
so he's not saying much. Well, I mean, if you say something to him, he'll say something back.
She's like throwing copper coins in the air and catching them, and then throwing 2 copper coins and catching them. And then she inevitably drops like 5 and she goes, fuck! Again. There's no hand.
You climb back down and get them,
Nope.
and then come back up.
Nope.
So it's just a big pile of like copper coins down there.
Yeah, it's just on the roof.
Do you?
What
ever
happens
pick
when you
those
have
up?
an 8 deck?
Huh?
Do you ever go and pick those up like ever?
I mean, when they inevitably get down. We should just...
Okay. Okay. Well, if you didn't, I mean, it's like, oh, find a penny. This case, I found 15. This is pretty good.
Never gets past like 5. You okay, Nemi? Doing well?
I'm okay. Watching you drop coins on the roof is very entertaining.
You do not have to watch. I just thought you might like the company.
It's not so much I don't have to watch. It's that, the eaters aren't exactly for show or left for show. I can hear I can hear that really well.
Would you like me to stop?
No.
Okay.
You cursing is very entertaining.
It is inevitable. I have tried to stop years of living on the streets. Gave me a terrible habit of cursing.
No, it's okay. Cursing is helpful. It's expressive.
You reminded me of one of my children when they were upset about something. So I thought maybe you'd just like the company.
I mean, I'm not upset.
But you're feeling something.
Nemi says while completely red. I'm fine. Just, like you said, feeling something.
Okay. Well, if you want to talk about it, I am here. But for the meantime, if you do not want to, do you want to play? I have rocks in my pocket for this same reason.
I'm okay. I'm just gonna sit here.
Okay.
Thanks for the company, though.
No problem.
And just kind of sits there and takes like the chakram and starts sawing at some of the wood for no reason at all. Just
You try 2 more times and then just like lean back and take a dad nap. Just like on the mast.
Okay.
Nemi will remember that. Josh, what are you looking at?
I'm thinking about who I want to handle first because
Does he go sensible people or chaos crew?
let's do Draxon first.
Chaos it is.
Pussy.
So you going to talk to Brutus, huh? All right. Doesn't take you long to get there. You walk in. The horn music is not playing. Maybe it's too early in the day. You don't know. You look around. Brutus is there. Sitting at one of the tables. Rolls his eyes when you walk in. Gets up and walks over. Like, meets you halfway to the door. What do you two want?
I'm just gonna do this entire conversation if you just can't. We have. We're going to do something that may potentially benefit you with more power and or territory if we succeed, and we're wondering if you would want to help in any way.
Interesting proposition. Depends on what it is. Before you say, let's go to the back.
Lead the way.
He walks back through the door into the kitchen. And once leading you in there, of course. Once in the kitchen, he stomps on the floor 3 times. It sounds hollow, but you're looking there, and there's no panel or anything there, and it lifts up. It's just this like cellar door that you didn't see. And he starts walking down the stairs. Come on, then.
I look at Keelikek and I follow him in.
Walks down. Probably a good 2 or 3 stories. Gets to the bottom of the stairs, and there is a stone door. And you can see symbols on the door. And he traces his finger from to a few various different symbols. And the door recesses in and slides off to the side. He walks in, kind of turns and gestures. Welcome to the sanctum.
It's a fancy door.
It's a fancy door to keep fancy people out. There are a few individuals down here, all of whom are eyeballing the two of you and looking curiously at Brutus. He just kind of waves them off and leads you off to a side room. As you're walking through here, you can see, like, there's another bar down here. You can smell food being cooked. As you walk away, you notice that there was a guard off to the side, to your right from where the door was. And it looks make a nature check. See if you know what it is.
Somebody's nature is better than someone else's.
It's
good.
really not. It's really not. We have the same modifier. I just happen to roll well.
That there's a troll.
Would you say there's a troll in the dungeons?
Well, if this were a dungeon, then that would be true, but this is not a dungeon. It's the sanctum.
Potato, potato.
The troll is not your average looking troll either. The thing's wearing like half plate and it has this huge sword strapped to its back. He's a big boy. He has to crouch down to fit in here. The ceiling's about 10 feet high. And he's hunched over.
It's gonna get back problems that way.
He is, yeah. And you follow Brutus into one of the side rooms. Pokes his head in first, just to make sure there's nobody in there. And leads you in. Closes the door behind you. Gestures for you to sit down. There's a long wood table. There's really not a whole lot else in here. Looks like maybe something they use for meetings. Few torch sconces, but that's really it. He sits at the head of the table. So, we're free to talk now. What's going on?
A companion of ours has received a request to remove somebody from their position, and we are most likely going to help them. And since you are the ones that run the streets, as it were, in this town, I thought it would be a good idea to let you know and also ask for your assistance, since you do live here.
Well, I appreciate the heads up for the potential of future turmoil. What do you mean remove from their position?
Kill them.
Ah. Well, that is unfortunate. because we don't cross that line. If Omega's End was here, you might be in a better position to negotiate that. That is the line we don't cross. We'll steal.
Right, I'm
we'll
not
cheat.
asking y'all to do that. Maybe cause a distraction somewhere else in the town, like in somewhere, maybe.
So you're wanting to contract us to cause a distraction somewhere.
Yes.
Well, I guess it's up. Our standard fee for operations like that is 500 gold pieces. That's just baseline operation cost. How many people are you looking? How big of a distraction do you want?
Preferably big enough to pull people away from the middle of the CD.
Wow. We could do something like that. I think. We don't have to kill anybody. Base cost is 500 gold. And you also have to front the cost to get our compatriots out of jail when they inevitably get arrested. Or whatever it is they're doing.
The guy that we have to get rid of will most likely have very large coffers, and since he will no longer need them, I will make sure that I will do my best to bring a hefty sum out of it.
Alright. When do you need this distraction?
I would like about a week. Yes.
We're like what, 4 or 5 days in.
You are on the 4th day of the month.
At least 2 weeks. Give a specific date has not been established for. There is still some prepping that needs to be done.
Alright, that'll give us more time to prep anyway. I'll tell you what. He reaches down into his pocket and pulls out this twig. Hands it to Draxon. When you need us, break that.
Understood.
When you do, we will take maybe about an hour to start your distraction. But we'll need the gold up front.
The gold for the base cost.
Base cost, we'll need that up front.
I look at Keelikek.
Is it? It's 100 gold for a plat, or is it 10 gold for a plat? I can't remember.
It's 10 gold for plat.
10 gold. Okay. Keelikek will hand over 20 plat and 300 gold.
Good. This is good. Thank you. We'll start planning now. Before you speak any more words, I don't want to know any more details. This is all I need to know. You don't need to tell me anything else. I don't care. Now, if you have any more business, we can continue to talk. You're free to stay, have a drink at the bar. Otherwise, get the fuck out.
Looks over at Draxon. He's still. This guy is his fan drink, by the way.
Okay. Oh. Okay. So he doesn't actually know who Keelikek is currently. Good
Correct.
deal. Awesome.
I guess if we're done here, that's all.
Have a wonderful evening. He opens the door.
Follows Draxon.
I like that guy.
I head back upstairs, I guess, and leave.
As you guys are walking up starting to exit the door and walk up the stairs, you hear like the clink of the sack of coins on a table. Like, we got a job, fellas. With that said, we're gonna go on break real quick, and when we come back, we're gonna find out how Tindra dies. All right.
No
We'll be back.
way.
We'll be back.
What?
Welcome back
Yeah.
to D20 Enclave.
Oof, good thing I called myself there.
Good catch, Tom. We're back from our break. Thanks for sticking around. We pick up with Tindra trying to be a servant? Question mark.
Yeah, man.
So
They
you
used to
are
have, they might have children at work.
so you're trying to get into the center ring as well as entrance into the castle.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like I might need to bring up how much inspiration points I've got. Just got a feeling that there's going to be some dice rolls I've got to do here, guys.
There may be some dice rolls. You have
And it may not.
25
so it's-
inspirations.
Might be okay.
That's a lot of inspirations. You have a hat of disguise, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And what do you currently look like?
Just a high elf.
Is Nemi or Llewellyn going with you? Did you want to bring anybody along? You just
Nope. Nope,
solo
just do.
recon.
Yeah, man. Nothing bad can ever happen.
All right, party's split up into 3 pieces. Cool.
And dotted all around the city. I'm glad you worked that out on my turn, though. You could have worked it out on everyone else's, but it's fine. Don't worry.
No,
I've
I've been holding that in my back pocket. You can tell that security gets tighter as you get closer to the center of the city. More guards, more patrols. You start to see different types of guards. Individuals who are wearing robes instead of armors. But also have like the city guard symbol on the sleeve.
Interesting.
And you finally turn a corner to where the castle is in sight. It's this giant, gaudy, marble-looking structure.
I turned to Nemi and tried to say, do you think he's overcompensating for something? And then I realized, no, I didn't bring Nemi along. Damn it.
There are guard towers all over it with archers positioned on top, ballista as well. And you can see along the side entrance to the castle, there is a line of people who are requesting entrance or are presenting some sort of paperwork and being allowed inside.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to use detect thoughts. Successfully.
Very.
I'm going to see if I can read someone's mind and see if someone has papers that I could potentially use, and then I'm going to try and steal some. But that's the next step.
Okay. Just make a perception check. Sort through the thoughts of some of the people in the line here. So not great.
I mean, duh. I didn't invest in wisdom, okay?
It doesn't seem like anybody close to you has the papers. At least not within range of the spell. You're not sure what they're all doing here. Maybe requesting an audience. You kind of filter through some of the thoughts, and yeah, that's kind of the feeling you're getting. Like somebody here is like going to request an audience because there's raids constantly affecting their farmlands, and then there's another person who their son went missing within the city a few days ago, and they haven't been able to find him, and the guard's not doing anything, so they're going to make their case to the king.
Sure. So looking at then the group of people, I'm assuming it probably looks like there's not a servant's entrance or anything. So
there's not a specific. From what you can see, there's not like a specific line, but it does look like further up out of the range of the spell's effect. It looks like maybe there's some more people who are carrying like documentation of some sort. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Is anyone documentation just idly in a back pocket somewhere?
With a perception roll of 6, I'm gonna say you don't see any.
That's okay. I was hoping you were gonna let me re-roll. All right. Okay. And like from my knowledge, everything's like a circular kind of thing, right? So this wouldn't be the only gate to this area.
Correct. There might be other gates. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna try and find the poor people gate.
Ah, the poor people gate. Okay. You go around.
As I get into like an alley, and when I do sort of see people wearing lesser clothing, when I know I'm not being observed, I'll adjust my disguise accordingly
All right.
to ensure a maximum blendation into the environment.
So as you duck into an alleyway, I'm gonna have you roll stealth because there are quite a few patrols in this area.
Oh, not terrible, not great.
Okay. And what do you look like now?
He's still the half elf. It's just like he's just tatting up the clothes slightly.
Okay. All right. You find another line on the opposite side of the castle. Clearly, these people are a bit more downtrodden.
Excellent.
They're not as well dressed as the other side. The paupers.
Okay. And then I'll do the same thing. So cast. Yeah, that's fine. Detect thoughts. Check out some of these pavos.
Most of the people here seem like they're trying to make pleas for like food, essentially. They're just trying to get a meal. And they may not be asking the king specifically for that. They're probably not going to let somebody who's just asking for food into the castle. But
These guys, oops, sorry.
There's a few that have similar requests as some of the people on the other side. You know, some crimes had been committed against them, and they just want help figuring out how to deal with it, or compensation, or something, since the guard isn't doing their job.
Sure. And do these guys have paperwork as well for their things, or are they more?
It doesn't seem like anybody on this side has any kind of paperwork.
Dang it. I'll pick someone at the back of the line who's interested in food or something. And I'm gonna make the whole fucking week. I'm gonna give him a gold piece. Like really subtly. And just be like, how does one get in here?
Kind of looks at the gold in their hand, and looks at you, like up and down, like, this don't make sense. You just you go to the door and present your case, and if they find it amenable, they'll let you in.
Is that the only way in?
Well, let nobles in. I've never been in though, so I don't. Kind of looks at the gold. He's like, looking around to the other people in the line, making sure nobody notices that he got a whole gold piece.
Yeah. That's few, yeah.
Clutches a hold of it. I don't. I'm sorry. I've never been inside.
Hmm.
But they let the nobles in through the front door.
I'll tell you what. How would you like 5 gold pieces?
What? For what?
I need one of the nobles' passes.
You all right?
Bring it back to me, and I'll show him the 5 gold pieces. And these are yours.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
To pay.
With advantage.
Oh, sorry. I heard you say it, but my brain didn't actually.
You just roll it again. That's fine.
Yeah.
One more.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, 13. He again looks down at the coin he's already got. Looks into your hand. You know, the whole 5 gold. Like that's. Whew.
5 gold in the party, baby.
Love that reference. I kind of, yeah. Okay. Where do you want to
remember? I don't know this area very well. Is there like a tavern or like a cool alleyway nearby? I guess I can go to the alleyway where I changed into my.
You just point him over to the same alley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I'll only be there for the next 10 minutes, though.
Oh. He kind of slips off. He just leaves. Like you say that, and he just turns and walks away from the line.
Yeah, man. Hustle.
Now I have to.
And
make
then
some
what I'm
rolls.
gonna do. I'm gonna just keep him in a little bag thing. Another. I've got a load of shrapnel, I think, haven't I? Yeah, I'm gonna put all 152 copper pieces in a nice little bag, and I'm gonna give it to Crumbs, and I'm gonna have Crumbs just fly ahead. Fly and like rest on some kind of building or something. And his goal is, if for any reason this plan doesn't go accordingly, he's gonna drop the bag in the middle of this queue, and hopefully that will be a big enough distraction that I can GTFO if I need to.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it rain. Just in a really nice people way.
You're 152 copper.
Yep. Money's
Okay.
money.
Okay.
Maybe I should pepper it with like a couple of gold pieces in there just to really make people lose their shit.
So
but I feel like they might tear each other apart if I did that. So I was like, oh, just keep to the cop.
if you notice on Discord, I rolled a dice.
Ah, crap. That don't bode well. Naturally, yeah.
That's
Is
your
that for him or is that to notice him?
that's your Popper's sleight of hand check.
Fucking, he might get a bonus.
That's his sleight of hand to steal paperwork.
He robbed the king.
It's a natural 20.
Ooh.
Here, just put this poison in the cup.
Yeah, jeez. I might hire this guy.
Yeah.
Best
So,
investment I ever made. He's my own dad.
oh. 7.5 minutes go by,
Yeah, in time too.
and he walks into the alleyway. He hands you some paperwork. this little leather-bound parchment, like it's wrapped in like filigree gold, all kind of stuff. That like the binding in and of itself is probably worth more than what you're paying him.
Oh, this is some outstanding work. Is it like? I'm assuming this is like more than what I would need.
It is exactly what you ask for. It is a nobleman's credentials.
Nice. Okay, well this will help further Keelikek's work.
And you open it up and you look at it, and it is Levon Moondown.
Levon Moondown. Okay. Gosh, no.
It shows you like where their residence is, what kind of assets they hold. There's a brief like family tree.
Huh.
This is basically like an Ephron passport.
Good to know. Does it have like a drawing or a picture or anything?
There's a sketch, yeah.
Aye.
Security number?
I mean, essentially, yes.
Hopefully it's not a Keelikek level drawing, otherwise I'm in a boss fight.
It is not a Keelikek.
Okay. I'll pay him his 5 gold, and I'll give him. I'll give him an extra one for timely response.
Thank you. And it takes it, hides it away, kind of looks around to make sure nobody saw you give him money.
Shit. What was the name of friggy stupid pub?
The lie, cheat, and steal?
Lie, cheat, and steal. That's it. I'll just be like, if ever you need more work, go to the lie, cheat, and steal.
All right. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Ask for Klondike.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Gave this man life-changing money.
He walks away.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast over here.
That's what I do.
7 gold total. He could either stretch that and live smartly,
blow it in a casino,
or spend it all in one place.
Listen, he is welcome to do whatever it is that he wants. 7 gold for a nat 20. I've paid worse for less.
Yep. And it's about this time you hear a commotion at the castle front gate.
Ooh. Is it at the Povo one or the rich people one?
The front. This is
Rich people.
different. No.
Oh.
There's the rich people entrance. Those people aren't nobles. There's the pauper entrance, and then there's the front, where most of the nobles are let in.
Oh, okay.
Somebody, looking remarkably like the sketch in your little book that you just acquired, is being thrown out.
Disgraceful. How are they? How are they throwing him out? Are they just like not believing him? Are they accusing him of like pretending to be someone else, or are they
Carrying
what's
them, carrying
gist?
them by the arms, throwing them out the front gate, and then reaching down and tearing the house symbol off of the clothing.
Damn! Don't get caught without ID, son. Shit. Stop and search is fucking legit in this place.
It's hard to tell exactly what is being said by the individual. You are a little far away.
I'll mosey
But
over.
you do catch before the guards like turn on their heel and walk back. You do hear them say, "Next time it's a gallows for you."
Mm.
And they go back to their post. This individual seems very, like, they look around, they seem very embarrassed, very upset about what has transpired.
Mhm.
Kind of brush
So they
themselves
ripped
off.
his.
Yeah,
So they ripped his patch off. Did they take it with him?
Yeah, they took it
or
with
did they
them.
just chuck it?
yeah,
Okay.
they ripped it off and took it.
Okay, that's fine.
And they are walking off very briskly in a northerly direction.
What is in that direction?
You don't know. Steel Docks, Gallows Market, Raven's Bluff,
Okay.
Haunted Wharf, like just different areas of the city.
That's fine. I didn't know if it was being well, follow them kind of thing. So I thought I would try like.
Oh.
I might go to this noble fella. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Are you okay?
He takes one look at you. Are you the hat makes you like the same size, right? You have to be, you can't change more
well,
than
the hat
a
only-
foot.
Yeah, the hat only increases it by a foot. I am normally 4'5" anyway, so I'm only 5'5". I'm probably small. I don't know why I am for elves.
You might look like a teenager, maybe.
Yeah, that works.
Somebody still growing. He looks at you, sees like how filthy you appear, and just gets this look of disgust on his face.
I do a little bit of presentation to make myself smell a bit like shit too.
Oh yeah, he is just nose up, disgusting. Tries to walk away.
Oh well. I was kind of going really well. I don't know if I want to continue on by myself because I'm like, what's Tom's rules gonna do? Let's play a game of 50-50, shall we? See how it goes. Yep, cool. We're fucking out of there. All right. Yeah, I'll head back to the Lychee and Steel with my winnings.
Okay.
Using like the detect thoughts, it was something like the all of the nobles were claiming for stuff like you mentioned, like raids and
So
bandits and
the
stuff like that.
the richer people, by when I say richer people, I mean not the extremely poor. It's more like the middle class entrance. They've got money, not a whole lot, but enough to live way better than the other people were.
Yeah.
They're not in the streets. You know, farmers in the area, some people who run the markets, stuff like that. They were, you know, at least for the farmers, there. It seems like, based on your read thoughts, that there's been an increasing number of raids in the area, and nothing's being done about it. Seems like a common theme. There's a lot of guards here. Nothing ever gets done.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Yeah. Do I see any other? Do I see like a group of like poor children or anything while I'm running around?
You looking for orphans, or what's going on here?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna adopt.
That man's starting a pickpocket ring. Holy shit.
I think it's.
Listen, if they're all getting that 20, it's totally start my own gang.
Make an investigation check. See if you can find some.
Okay. I can do investigation.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. You're in the heart of the city. You know what you're looking for. You know where to find it. You turn around the corner in one alley, you kind of look down, and there are 5 kids of various races just kicking a bottle back and forth.
Quickly like adapt myself again to just be a more childlike half elf.
Okay.
And then I'll take out another gold coin. Guys! I found this guy, and I managed to get this off of him.
Two of them turn around and kind of look at you. Who are you? Never seen you here in my life.
Oh, that's okay. I just wanted to show you. I just wanted to say, if you want something from him, now would be the best time because he's really mad and he's like not really paying attention. And now, like, we can totally get more of these from him. And I'll give them a description of Levon Moondown.
Snatches the coin from your hand and looks at it, and bites it like as hard as he can.
Right? It's real. It's real. It's real.
He just gave it to you?
No, had to steal it. But he just got thrown out of the rich people district, and he's going, and I'll like lead him in the potential direction that he was going down, and give him a description of Levon and be like, so I just wanted to share because I've got mine. I'll snatch the coin back, but you guys can get yours, and I don't want anyone to miss out. Back pocket to the left.
Deception check. It's a really weird ploy.
Oh, I'm just doing it to be a dick. The guy was a knob.
You kind of take the coin back, say that, kind of look at each other, shrug, let's go. Run off looking for him.
My work here is done. Had a very successful, hard, no good, bad day.
Okay. So you head back to the Lie, Cheat, and Steal. I'm assuming that's where Draxon and Keelakek are heading back to? Okay. I will say that your respective endeavors have taken roughly the same amount of time.
That is convenient.
I know, it's crazy.
Why do I hear clinging and clanging? Like nails on the
Indeed.
Nails on stone.
It's almost like someone's put like some steel nails on a bear, and that 300-pound bear is walking on cobbled pavement.
Clonk.
That can't be right.
Man, that's a terrible sound. Yeah, you all kind of converge together in front of the Lycheaton Steel. Llewellyn and Nimi, the sound of the bear coming is enough to wake you up.
We did a thing.
You are in the crow's nest, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you hear this clanging of steel on stone. It is just so loud.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
I'm gonna put my hands over Demi's ears. What is that noise?
You look down, and there is an armored bear with these giant curved claws extending from its paws.
Oh my god. They gave it a... Is it a manicure or a pedicure? I never really learned.
Polycure.
Yes, a polycure.
They can't possibly.
Undo it!
No.
I don't
Yeah,
think that's how that works.
Let's... okay, let's go down. Let's get up.
How does a bear feel about this?
About what?
About having swords for claws?
So once you finally get back, she kind of sits down and she looks at them. And she turns her paws over and she looks at them. She flips her arms back over. She just lays down and goes to sleep.
Oh my god.
Good bear.
Bear's a
One
bear.
that is
No.
indifferent.
What did you do? Why did you do this?
Isn't it obvious?
Why did you do this? Oh my god. We have to listen to that everywhere we go? Everywhere we go?
Not everywhere. Not everywhere. Only if we walk on cobblestone
Oh no.
Really, any hard surface, yeah.
or any other hard
Oh,
surface. But to be
no.
fair, we mostly walk on like grass and dirt most of the time.
Oh my
true.
god. Ugh.
So it's only really a problem in big cities. So once we leave here, it won't be an issue anymore.
I am. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Isn't it glorious?
It's fantastic, Helicake. And we'll just go inside.
It's okay. In a couple more levels, I can just permanently cast silence on her nails, and it'll be fine. She likes she's walking on air.
He likes the new modifications. Too bad.
That is incredibly loud. I'm going to go inside. Take those off of the bear when she doesn't need them.
That's what I was thinking. Nemi shouts from inside.
Go inside.
Well, I had a very successful day. And I'll follow the other two inside.
We also had a successful day.
Woo!
Go inside.
Love this arc of Tinder starting a pickpocket ring.
More of that.
There was just chaos to be had, and I made it. I will sit down with Keelik egg over some bacon,
Yes.
made preferably pocket orientated, but if not, I will order bacon.
They have a,
So
server,
Keelik
they have
egg,
a
I
server
found
bring out some breakfast, eggs, bacon.
It's still breakfast time?
Oh yeah, biscuits.
Oh my god. What?
American
I
biscuits.
did not want the biscuits, but I appreciate the biscuits of here because I miss these biscuits. Thank you very much.
American biscuits, not British biscuits.
Yeah, just like I discovered that apparently Popeyes exists here, just not in my city.
That sucks.
Oh,
Yep.
Somebody who doesn't even like Popeyes that much,
Yep.
I can't admit that it fucking slaps.
Yep.
I think to me, it's like, oh yeah, this is actually really good. I just don't like it.
But
that much.
they probably changed the menu so they won't have biscuits anyway, and I won't be. I'll just be disappointed. But yeah,
That's
it was disappointing to learn. So yeah, Popeyes, come to Manchester, you fucks.
Fried chicken.
No, we need to go to Birmingham. No, you don't.
torture.
So
I
what was
need somebody
Tinder saying?
Popeyes biscuits, but no Bev.
Tinder was saying that, yeah, so I found this booklet belonging to this absolute douche jockey. And this is basically what all the nobles have for ID. So I was thinking that you could use it, adapt it to whatever persona that you make, and then we can potentially use that as a way in, because all of the nobles, well, most of the nobles seem to be complaining. Well, not these weren't nobles; these were like middle class people, but they were all complaining about like raids and stuff. So
Keely Cake takes a look at the credentials.
and you also seem to have.
It's legit. Like, there's basically everything you need to know about this person in this document.
This would
And
be
I
good stuff.
also, yeah, and I also found that he had some kind of like house symbol on his like jacket, which got ripped off when he failed to produce his ID. So I don't know if that's something that you might need as well.
Have symbol.
I wasn't
Probably
unfortunately able to. I wasn't able to obtain it though because the guards kept it with them.
Well, we will have to create a house symbol then, shall we? Keely Keck was thinking about his new name. He's thinking of going with Aurorum.
Cool. I mean, we can even use this document and we can just edit the name on this one a little bit.
Might be harder to edit as opposed to just produce a new one, but mimic what we see here.
I mean, I can aid, but I will leave the main part of it up to you. I'm not as artistic as you are. Clearly, with your drawing ability.
Somebody comes in to the tavern here, and goes up to the front. There's not a lot of people in here yet. Tindra, you recognize this person?
You doing it already? Dude, you can't have burned 5 gold already.
You don't know if they burned the 5 gold or not. Maybe they're just aspiring to do better.
Or in the process of burning 5 gold.
And he kind of calls the person behind the bar over, and you can overhear him asking for, oh yeah, I'm
just gonna do detect force. That's all that rolls for.
They are asking the person for Klondike.
Like, let me finish with Keela Cake, and then I was literally gonna go to the bar and say, if anyone asks for Klondike, it's for me.
And then he cocks his head for a second, and he points towards the door. And was like, "They're outside." Yeah. And he just kind of looks a little confused, and then walks towards the door.
The child's going to get consumed by a bear.
Using detect thoughts when I see this guy walk in, can I see what he was coming in for?
What do you mean?
The poor guy, like it was his.
Oh, you didn't say you casted the spell until he was like talking to the bartender.
Yeah. So I said, as soon as I noticed, that's when I read that in my roll. So as soon as I noticed him walk in, and as soon as I noticed who it was, I'm assuming that he's over here as for something.
Yeah, he's asking for Klondike. He wants work.
Yeah, I want to know the intention behind asking for Klondike. Is he here to get more money? Is he here for a job? Is he here
for a job?
To come here? Is he here?
He's here for a job. He wants to work.
Yeah, excellent. The first member of Tindra's Tinklers. Oh shit! I'm not making that name.
Oh,
That's fucking dreadful. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh,
Hey, yo.
man.
I mean, if you're into that shit,
That's a several beers deep at 5 a.m. kind of nickname. Yeah, cool. If he goes outside, I'll follow him outside.
Okay.
I missed. Did he come in, ask for Klondike, and get pointed outside?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's where Klondike is.
He goes outside. He starts to look around. And you can hear him yelling for Klondike. Klondike.
Oh, buddy, you might be food before I get to you.
Going to get eaten.
And then you hear.
Oh my god. There's no way the bear can sneak up on him though.
Bear doesn't need to sneak up on. The bear doesn't need to sneak up on them when they're looking for it.
I will go outside and appear behind him as I know he's stressing.
You hear him scream, and then the door opens back to the tavern, slams. And
And I turn around for Nemi. No, oh, for fuck's sake, why do you disappear all the time?
I'm over here on the other side of you.
Oh, hey. So I got this guy to come in and ask for a bear.
That is hilarious. But he almost got eaten.
why?
He kind of slides to the floor and sits down.
That reaction is exactly why.
You can tell Nemi really wants to laugh, but he just kind of like smiles and then pats you on the head.
I need a drink. Goes to the bar.
I'm gonna go and saddle up next to him.
Do you look like you did before? Or you
No.
look like you? Okay. Kind of looks over. Nods.
Keelikek will sit on the other side of him. Hello.
I heard you're asking for me.
I kind of like side eyes you. Still breathing real heavy.
Yeah, bear in mind I'm a child.
I'm looking
No pun intended.
apparently for a bear.
I see.
Somebody sent me here. And he kind of looks
Must
over
have.
at Keelikek. Somebody sent me here looking for Klondike. I think I found
Did
it.
you do good work for the recruiter?
I don't. Kind of sits there for a second. No.
No one asked you to do anything untoward?
No. I would never. Can I just get just an ale, please? Can I just want,
That's Cap.
one ale? I just want an ale.
How old is this person? Kid?
Maybe early 20s.
Oh, okay, so it's
Yeah,
All
like
right.
he's like there's a child speaking to him about doing illegal things. Like what? You know what I mean? No, of course not. Why? Go on. Screw off, kid. Come on. Leave me alone. I'm trying to drink.
And then as he sort of like turns around and orders, I'll use the disguise hat to make myself appear like the person I once was.
Okay. He gets his drink. Kind of looks over. God.
How's it going?
Chugs the ale. Better now. Thank you.
You did fine work earlier.
So, why did you send me to look for a bear? With
Oh,
hellishly large claws?
I mean, A, that was a bit of fun. B, because I didn't want you to know my real name. And C,
impressive, aren't they?
looks back at Gillick. Sure. Don't know who would do such a thing. Bears are already terrifying.
They are indeed. So, you're looking for work?
Yeah.
Excellent. They have much to do.
Kind of looks back and forth between the two of you. Look, I'm not into that kind of. I don't know what kind of idea you have.
Oh, I mean, yeah, fair enough. Okay, I guess I could find some other work for you to do. Oh, well. Pays less, but hey ho. So I am looking for a group of people to be my eyes and ears in this city.
Okay.
You've proven yourself a man of talent, and I like that.
Okay.
And your loyalty to not reveal any information has appealed to my friend here, pointing at Kulikek. He is a man who takes loyalty very seriously.
Okay.
Does this line of work sound useful to you?
Would it be similar to the things that I did before, or just passing you information?
Could be a mixture of both.
Okay.
But for first, your job will be to acquire me some other agents.
I can do that.
People that need to be trusted. But they must believe that they will work for you.
I can do
Is
that.
this a pyramid scheme?
Yes, sir. Now you know it's working. Now you know it's working. Okay. So here's how this is gonna work. Do you have room and board? Do you have a house? Do you have a place to stay? It's okay if the answer is no.
Not currently, no.
Excellent. Are there any spare rooms here? I know of.
Bartender will tell you that there's 2 extra rooms.
Excellent. You have a room here.
Really?
Yep, really. I'm going to give him, fuck it, 10 gold. I need you to wash up, freshen up, buy some new clothing, but not too much. I still need you to obviously still fit in with our people, but I want you to look respectable, like a man who, the face of an organization, so to speak. Your role will be to be the face for my organization. I cannot show my face to every agent. You will be the handler for these agents. Do you understand?
Yeah. Of course.
Excellent. You'll have autonomy to design this organization, but obviously you'll feed back directly to me here. You can leave notes at the bar, notes for Klondike, if I'm not available.
Bartender just shakes his head. Keeps washing a glass.
What's the average salary for a day worker in the city?
Oh lordy.
Just because I'm hemorrhaging gold and I can't be doing that for building an organization.
You wanna
We
make him work
haven't been
here.
adventuring in a while. I'm running out of cash. I was going to ask Olivia, but Josh made the guy come before I could ask Olivia. You'll have to wait, Llewellyn. Jesus.
Or do you?
Fucking running on the fly.
Judging.
Two
What's the name?
two silver per day, and then like workers with specific skill sets are 2 gold a day.
Who died?
Keelakek will do something. He'll just on a napkin. He'll just and thieves can't. He's testing this guy to see if he knows any thieves can't.
He looks down at it. He looks back up at you. What did you write?
I wrote. Let's see what is it? Safe place.
He looks at it. He looks at you. That doesn't make any sense. He just kind of scoots it back over.
He just takes it. I bet you the bartender probably saw that. It's like,
The bartender doesn't speak thieves can't either.
oh, okay.
You just drew a picture on a piece of paper. Way to go.
Yep.
buddy.
Like I don't know what this is. Thank you.
He just
Very-
wads it up,
Very nice.
puts it in his pocket.
So we'll offer 5 silver a day.
Okay. Yeah.
And now, in addition,
Is that per person?
2 information agents. Yeah,
Okay.
they'll only be paid. Again, you'll be in charge of this, so you'll need to keep track of names and how long they've worked for you. You understand?
Right.
Only pay those who deliver good information. So you pay them when they come to you with information, and then you pay them for the length of service since their last paycheck. So if they go 2 months without giving you any information, they don't get paid for 2 months. But what they can do to earn money in the meantime is they are welcome to pickpocket, rob, steal, bring items of value and importance to us here. You will go through them and you will provide them to me, and then we can give them a cut and a percentage of that back when we can sell those items on. And that will also help generate, obviously, income for our business, which is very important because you are now a very important member of this business, so it needs to grow under your watch. Is this responsibility that you can handle? Is this responsibility that I can trust you with?
I got this.
Insight check.
Sure.
I need to know if he is confident or if he's just bitching at me. Bad.
He has no idea what the hell he's doing. But he's confident.
Cool, that works for me. I don't give a fuck. Go, woo! And then, yeah, I'll pay for his room up front for, I don't know, a month.
Dang. Okay.
And I'll give him,
That'll run you 10 gold.
cool, that's fine. And I'll give him 100 silver pieces to get started. And 10 gold.
So on top of the 10 gold you just gave him,
Oh, sorry, I've already given him 10 gold then, that's fine then.
so an additional 100 silver pieces.
Yeah, just to get him started on his little building.
What's the name of the organization?
Yeah, what am I naming this?
Hold on. Fantasy criminal name generator. Listen, the last time I've tried thinking it didn't come out well, so hold one.
Tinder's Tinklers is perfect. What are you talking about? We feast on the bourgeoisies.
Oh man. Oh god.
You've just been tinkled.
Just been tickled.
No.
Oh, there we go. The Merchant Princes. There we go. That'll do.
Merchant Princes. All right.
And I'll like go into like detail with him a bit more about, if you establish that there are any other type of organizations in a certain area of the city, don't encroach on their area with like, by all means, feel free to plant someone to gather information, but we don't want to take away or attract sort of a rival gang's business away, all that sort of stuff. This is your place of living. This is not your headquarters. Like, don't be bringing contacts back here and all that kind of shit. Keep that separated.
Right. Of course. Yeah, why would I do that? That sounds stupid.
Exactly. Eventually, we're going to want to be able to potentially, perhaps even buy our own business to start out from, and that will be something else that we can then use as like a hub. So keep your eyes out for any potential.
We could funnel the money. We could funnel the money in and make it legit.
Now you see, I picked a winner. Yeah, and we'll just
Pretty sure that's illegal.
Okay. What the fuck else do you think we're doing?
We are the Rogues Village.
Okay.
Taking over, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got this.
All right, cool.
You got this.
Do you have any? Don't have any family? Do you? Wife, kids?
Oh, not anymore.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Well,
Keelikek, give him
Damn.
a point of bardic inspiration.
This man was almost a super villain, and you caught him in the middle of his super
Feels very
villain
inspired.
origin story.
yeah, I guess if Draxon does inform Tindra of Rogue's Village, he will feed that on. But I'm hoping this guy is smart enough that he probably knows the lay of the land better than Tindra does.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Wow.
Things
Is there
are things
anything
I
else
wasn't
going
expecting
on?
to build today. Depending on what everyone else is doing, but eventually I'm going to want to chat to Nemi.
Keelikek, after this conversation, we'll have some words to have with Tindra about some points of interest that he could find for information. Once our main man here gets
The guy
built up a bit.
gets his room key and he goes upstairs.
Also, what's this guy's fucking name?
Give him a name.
I'm gonna give him a name. Bellstrom.
Tindra's what?
His name is Bellstrom.
Bellstrom. Okay.
Bellstrom Night Meadow.
Oh my god.
What a
This dude's
fucking
an
name.
absolute Chad. What's the name of that organization again?
The name is Merchant Princes. Or the Merchant Princes.
We now know the name of the session. The Bellstrom.
How to start a crime organization in 10 days.
Really just one, it sounded like.
What is the name of the organization that we hired for 500 gold?
Hijack Heroes.
Hijack Heroes. Okay. All these organizations in this place, such a seedy town.
It really
And it
is.
Does Tindra tell us what he's doing?
Yeah. I'll feed you guys back in
This
there.
is very
So I've
interesting.
just started an information ring, guys. We're fucking tight.
So that's
Do you-
the thing.
Do you want me to
But
tell
not,
him?
not. It's could be very useful, of course.
Well, that's what I thought. I figured information is king in this town, right?
If Tindra would allow Keelikek to make a couple suggestions of some information we could use.
Well, by all means. I mean, he knows you now as a member, so you can probably get on with Bellstrom and let him know some information if you need it.
Oh, for sure. First being if he can get his reach as far as the palace, we can figure out a good schedule
Mm-hmm.
for things to happen. and
Yeah.
pick out a good date that things could be done. That's one. As well as we could keep an eye on a particular organization that we have been in contact with. Probably should have this conversation in a more private room.
Oh, okay. I'll give him a little bit of a note and have him read it and then burn it in front of him just to show that we don't keep traces of shit.
In fact,
Goes to his
is your detect dot still up?
Probably not. I think it only lasts a minute.
Yeah, probably not then.
No. I mean, I can keep rehearsing. I can spam it. What do you need me to? Who do you need me to read? Who in this room is sketchy as fuck?
So
The 5 of you.
is it just us?
Hey,
Oh,
Yeah, it's just you guys right now.
oh, and the barkeep.
And the barkeep.
So he's just kind of lean in. Is Jackson here? At the table? I'm assuming everyone's here at the table. So we've hired another organization known as the Hijack Heroes to, at our discretion, cause a distraction on the day of reckoning. However, it would be best and wise if we kept an eye on them.
We can. Maybe a little too soon for my little fledgling organization, but I'll see if he can find someone.
Of course, there's time to grow and all the things. These are just suggestions from Keelikek for things once we get established enough that we can do such things.
I mean, believe me, this is my first organization, so I will happy to take on board notes, constructive criticism. I feel like the name was a bit rushed, so by all means, if anyone has anything better, but my first idea was not good. I'll be honest.
I heard the first one. It wasn't very good.
No, not at all. It was a poor name. I admit. I could have done a lot better. I was rushed. Wasn't really in the zone, but I got
not
there.
very good at improvisation.
No.
But then
Would you-
Keelikek saw you go through like the Rolodex in your head and
Oh, that's just tactic. I can do that bit. That's no problem. It's the pick a name.
it was like you were dialing into a far-reaching place to delve into the knowledge.
Like a generator.
It's like a hamster wheel in there, like.
Would you like me to tell Olivia? She has experience handling organizations, and I think she might be interested in joining the underbelly of the city once again.
Well, perfect. Because I was hoping that eventually, I mean, I assume we're not going to stay in this city long term. So I was hoping that we would be able to pass it off to Olivia, and that way she'd have, extra things. So if you could chat to her and bring her on board, that'd be great.
I hope I can. She might leave the city as well, but I think I can convince her to stay.
Oh, yeah, by all means. Very important. Why does everyone want to leave the city? Is there something we should know? So is
She's a tyrant.
Is there going to be some kind of thing going on here that we need to?
Your whole family keeps leaving.
Yeah, this place is pretty mid.
Nimi, you and I need to have a talk.
Well, you have the beginnings of an organization.
Yeah, it's going really well for me.
He seemed completely on board. Whatever you told him before, you completely enamored.
Man.
Maybe it was
He's
the money.
the guy. So he's the guy who stole the document for you.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah.
Oh, this is very impressive.
I know. And then I also convinced some kids to go and bug the guy that I stole it from because he was a dick. So, and then I thought, wow, imagine if like I had a whole army of pickpockets.
Well, now you might find out.
Nice. That's what I used to do, except I did it for myself.
You used to pick the pockets.
Oh, yeah, pickpockets, beat other kids up for what they pickpocketed, trip adults and take all of their earnings when they went to gambling dens.
Killikek mostly just tried to keep from getting killed.
We did that too.
That's good. It seems like you succeeded very well. Anyway, we shall retire. Actually, it's still morning. We have the whole day ahead of us. Killikek will start working on these documents. He was thinking of going with the name Roram Kulani. Does that sound elvish enough?
I don't know too many Elvish names. I'm sorry. But we have
Actually,
an
I think
elf.
I have an elvish name you could use.
Killikek is all ears.
You could use the name Alicia Maida.
That's your name.
Spell that for Alicia? Alicio?
Okay.
Alicio.
Alicio. Maida? Put it in chat. There we go. Alicio.
Boss
Does
music.
that sound good to everyone else?
It's not boss music. It's just ambience.
Alicio
Don't see
Maida.
that.
Some
No.
scary ambience.
And he'll start working on the forgeries and the documentation and working with the if I remember correctly, the barkeep here had connections that could help with this as well.
There are a number of barkeeps. This is a different person.
This is different. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, whoever seemed like they were down with it, but the sickness,
Ugh. They've got
Whoever's down with
Oh,
doing illegal stuff.
it. Okay. Sure.
Inicio Maida. Do I need to make a roll for that? And just like, this is the roll.
For what exactly?
Forgery kit.
Yes.
He will ask Nimue to give him a point of bardic inspiration.
You can inspire yourself.
Yes, but this is better.
Nemi like pulls a chakram and just like
Inspire me.
unenthusiastically just like a little,
What the hell is wrong with you, friend?
and that's enough. Is your bardic inspiration, man?
Oof.
I still feel inspired, but I feel a little dirty about it.
It's a very sad inspiration wank.
Yeah.
Less sad, more like sassy. Like, there you go. you got it.
Like, I better roll well with that attitude. Jesus Christ. All right, let's do this. Forgery kit. So we're gonna roll the reroll as well, but we're gonna roll the inspiration with this.
So you're down to 19.
Okay. So this would be the bardic inspiration for the first roll, just as a point of order. So that's 18 total.
Okay. So you'll whatever it is, you're gonna add 5 to, because that's just the way that works.
5. Perfect. Okay. Not as good. So 18.
That's pretty good, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to replicate mostly, pretty accurately a document that looks a lot like the one that you basically copied this from. It's very similar. The handwriting's pretty much spot on. The only thing you're missing is in the back. There's like this indented stamp in one of the pages. It looks like some sort of seal of some kind, like an official seal. You'll have to find that to finalize this document. Unless, of course, somebody isn't paying very close attention.
Question.
Answer.
Could I draw the seal, but not with like a pen and paper, using the paint? Could I make said seal?
You could certainly try.
I'll practice on a piece of paper, like just off to the side. I'm just watching.
So like using the paint, draw on a piece of paper to manifest a stamp that would work as a seal.
That's what I'm hearing.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me a performance check.
Yes.
You need a 20. Oh my god.
Well then,
Wow.
you're good at drawing as well.
Eh.
Why didn't you do the thing? Oh, that makes sense.
That's yeah. You make with your paints a very, very good, essentially a stamp. It's this placard of wood with the image looks kind of like the map of the city, honestly, but it's like very minimalistic.
Oh, we have to decide. This is another thing: is what our sigil looks like, because we have a house symbol.
I'm gonna give the seal and the paint and the paintbrush to Keelakek.
This would be
Well, the
what,
stamp. The stamp.
the documentation does not have the house stamp on it, correct?
The documentation does not have the house stamp in it.
But we'll need that for like the clothing as an additional forgery. We'll make it a bear claw shooting a fireball.
A big bear claw shooting a
Bear
fire.
claw shooting a fireball.
Okay. Interesting choice for a house sigil, but I like it.
They'll never know.
How would they know?
Yeah, I was gonna say use like a bear claw with like a gauntlet, because you got a bear with a gauntlet, so that's fun.
We don't want to make it too obvious, now do we?
Fair enough.
Well, I mean, if you roll up with the bear, then it just makes sense, right?
Oh, that's true. Very true. Whatever you guys want. That was my first suggestion. If you want to do a bear claw with a gauntlet, we can certainly do that. It'd be pretty dope.
Now you're thinking with portals.
Tinder, what do you think? What is a good symbol?
Just trying to think of some of the enemies we've defeated. You could, I mean, other than like hags, we've not really defeated anything of note.
Didn't you guys kill a dragon?
Keelakek killed the dragon.
Keelakek killed dragon.
At least Keelakek thought he killed the dragon.
Yeah, but dragon killing is like, I don't know. Everyone does that. It's really overrated.
Okay.
Keelakek has certainly killed the hag.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
I like hag.
Keelikek has an idea.
Oh my god, draw a picture of Estrom.
I
Close.
first thing
Close.
that.
Close. He quickly just sketches up a drawing. We'll say that he can do it very well. Of a crystal with chains.
Okay.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Okay. I like it. I like it.
Shit, man. Look at that goes hard, bro.
He will draw it to make a wax seal stamp.
We chosen a color.
For the sigil?
Yeah.
What's the color of the crystal? Was it like?
It was like an
color?
amber color, like a deep
like
amber.
like an orangish yellow.
Yep.
If it's like all one color, it'd be amber colored, but the crystal would be.
Mm-hmm.
If the whole thing is one color, then it would be that color.
I mean, it was like a gradient.
Right. So he'll make using the paint. He'll draw out a sigil so he can make like a wax stamp steel and all of that good stuff.
Okay. Yeah. That is honestly easy enough. Performance check.
Performance check. Okay.
Again, I am sorry. I'm getting distracted because of
Roll off. All right, Nemi, let's go.
because of work.
Damn.
Oh,
Wow.
oh boy. I feel called. I feel. Oh
You've been-
boy.
you've been
He just looks over at Nemi. He's
called
like,
out.
You have to fight now. I think that's the rules, right?
that's great.
Guess we're playing rollies now.
So,
So, however long it takes for him to make all the like additional documentation that he knows that he'll need to create his complete
Right.
persona using his background, he'll do that.
It'll take a few days. Yeah. That down from a couple weeks that it would have taken because you have this particular document. So a few days.
It's pretty quick.
So, is there anything else going on?
I was eventually gonna see if we could have a chat with Nemi.
Sure. Nemi's not doing much.
Clearly.
Yeah, just kind of like pulling a flower out of his head and like pulling the petals off, you know.
Nemi, I'm really bored. Let's go for a walk.
Okay.
Ginger will grab and take you.
A quick look at Llewellyn as he's being dragged away, and then you know,
Father, help!
off we go. Off we go.
want me to follow?
I'm okay.
Have a good time.
Come, Llewellyn, drink with Keelikek.
No, I have stopped.
Oh,
But I will have some tea.
What?
it's Keelikek
Llewellyn
drink.
doesn't drink anymore? What? Holy shit!
Dry January, innit?
Oh, Lou's having a hell of. She hates it. She's mad.
All right, well, on a walk with Tindra. I don't know if Tindra would even feel this since he's a fire genasi, but Nemi's skin is really warm.
Oh. We'll find a nice walking route. So you've not been yourself the last couple of days. What's going on?
Huh? I'm okay. What makes you think that?
Well, I did a prank earlier and you didn't really like it the way that you normally do whenever something funny goes down. And then you've just kind of been really like introverted and secluded in your mind and your thoughts and stuff. So what's going on, man?
I mean, sorry, just give me like 2 seconds, yeah? To like, I guess think about what I'm trying to say before I say it. That's a thing that people do, right?
So I've been told.
Okay.
I've been hanging out with Llewellyn for a year, so it's kind of been a lot of just speaking.
Right.
And then for me repeating, and then for me repeating slower, for then repeating but really dumbed down version of the same words I just said. And then repeating those same words slower.
Yeah, I feel bad that Llewellyn's not here to defend herself.
I am also really sad. That's what it was like the entire time. For a year.
Sounds like it could have been fun.
It was. She taught me how to say things in, so she knows like a really weird language. So she taught me how to say stuff in that language. So you know how occasionally Keelikak and Draxon will do their weird little thing to each other?
Oh, I just thought I was too stupid to understand what was going on.
No. They're being sneaky people.
Oh, okay. Cool. I didn't know that they were sneaky. I mean, Draxon, yes. Keelikak is too loud and big to be sneaky.
I know. He's too big.
I mean,
can't fit through doors. He also probably needs to stand to lose a few pounds.
no, but
Like, do you not think he's been like just that armor is a lot snugger than it used to be?
it just means there's more to hug.
True.
Anyhow, I think I figured out what I wanted to say. The other night when we did the thing where Keelikak drew that picture of my sister, I really freaked me out.
Just because of how real it was, or just because it was like a weird little soulless demon paper creation?
I think it was probably that, but also because that weird soulless paper creature thing looked like my sister, and I very, very much wanted it to go away.
Well, that's what Llewellyn sorted out, right?
Well, yeah, but the thing that is bothering me is you and Keelikak kind of wanted to prevent that from happening.
Oh no, I just wanted to learn more because so the paint that we found is like a paint that can bring like inanimate objects to life, and it was the first time I'd ever seen it make a person appear, but it wasn't a person because it was still paper. It was, so I just wanted to study it. It wasn't to keep it alive for any reason. It was just to go, I wonder what kind of thing this is.
I understand. Couldn't you have just drawn something else? Like a rabbit? Did it have to be, let's study this particular thing that's making me very uncomfortable?
You're right. I apologize. Sometimes I have a hard time understanding people.
Me too. I'm still figuring that out, and I try not to judge people harshly. I just have been feeling really hurt.
Well, for my part, I am sorry that I didn't think about you as a person, and I saw only the puzzle that was in front of me. I can get very blindsided sometimes.
Mm-hmm. And I suppose now it's my turn to apologize to you.
Why?
So Nevi digs into one of the pouches on his belt and he pulls out the ring that they found in that dungeon where they found Llewellyn. The same one that Tindra put on and had to, go on that quest to get it removed. And just
I
kind
got
of,
another ring of wishes. Oh, fuck you.
I drew it with the paint.
Oh. Does it work?
I don't know. After I saw it got stuck to your finger, I didn't want anything to do with it, so I've just kept it and never said anything about it. But
Oh. Do you want me? Would you like me to see?
no.
No, I can investigate it without putting it on.
Oh, yeah. Okay, then you can do that. It seemed like you went to a lot of trouble the first time to get it removed. I could not bear to have you
It
do
was.
that again.
It was. How to put this bluntly? A ball ache.
Yeah. I think that would be putting it very lightly.
Yeah, the option was like I had to die and then I had to come back to life, and
Right.
it was unpleasant.
Yes, and I don't want you to do that.
I gave Llewellyn a bit of satisfaction, I guess, because she got to kill me. So,
if you keep.
but now technically she's a child murderer, so she's kind of living with that guilt a little bit, which is why she's probably not drinking.
I mean, the more you heckle her, then maybe she'll want to kill you again, and then we can use this ring, and then do it all over.
Oh, I just needed to start drinking again. Do you realize how boring she's been?
No, actually. She's been very sweet and kind.
Right?
Oh, right. That's the boring part, I suppose.
If Nevi does, I'll put my hand out for the ring to go into my palm, and I can.
Oh, I definitely hand it to you. Like the instant you're like.
I will do identify and see if this ring is of any specialty.
You can roll Arcana or cast Identify or any number of things. What would you like to do?
Well, I'll cast Identify because that will present itself with a significant outcome. But I guess, can I roll, depending on, I guess, the Identifier, I might need to roll Arcana to see if it's a bit more of an accurate copy, because I guess I can't actually know if there is a curse. I can only know the magical properties of said ring, unless you're saying that because I've had the ring that it was originally a copy of before, I would know that if there was a curse. It's up to you. I don't know how that would work.
We'll see. You can make your spellcasting check.
All right. I got it.
Yeah. You cast
So I'm gonna roll with a
Identify.
2. I think I've got everything.
You cast Identify, and this is an inert metal ring. There is nothing magical about it. It just
Right.
looks like your ring.
Okay.
Good quality. Like it's pretty much an exact replica.
So, is it, the kind of thing that you put on your finger and then go and have your friend murder you and get brought back to life, sort of?
It is not that kind of a ring, unfortunately. It's a really good copy of it, but all that it's done is it just looks the same. It didn't take any of the magical properties of it.
That's both comforting and very upsetting at the same time.
So, why did you want a ring of wishes? When we were discussing it, you didn't mention that you needed a wish for anything. If I remember correctly, it's been a year.
Yeah, I wanted to wish for my sister back. but I didn't say anything because I didn't want you to use a wish on me. I'd rather you wish for something you would have wanted.
Well, I wished for something very greedy.
That's okay. Did it make you happy?
It would have done, but I'm here.
Mm-hmm. Can I tell you something?
Of course.
For a little bit, maybe like after the first time I met you, you kind of reminded me a little bit of my sister.
Because I'm broody.
I don't know how I feel calling a child pretty, but okay. But there's just this curiosity that you have, and just very strong urge to understand things bigger than themselves. My sister was very much that way.
Oh, was she magical like you, or?
She liked magic and books and stuff like that, and stuff that my mom didn't really want her to like.
Did she have a? How did she learn her magic? If you don't mind me asking.
She just started doing it, and
Did she do it from like a book, or was it innate? Like, did she just one day wake up and could do a fireball?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember. I was very young at the time, but there might have been some sort of object.
What did she? How did she like disappear? Do you know if she was going somewhere, or?
We just kind of stumbled upon something. We were just taking our normal walk through the woods, and poof, there I was, and at a lake, and she was gone.
And was that the same lake that we met you at?
Yes.
Huh.
But I mean, I didn't stay there. That was 10 years ago. Well, 11 years ago? 12 years ago. I don't really keep track of time very well. What people say is a long time just kind of feels like a blink for me.
Yeah, because you're an elf. You're weird.
Which is very interesting because, I mean, I mentioned that I have human parents, so I grew up as a 10-year-old elf being taught things that a 10-year-old human would know, and that was very confusing because my brain wasn't ready for all that stuff. So sorry, I'm rambling.
No, it's okay. Well, I'm gonna try and work on some spells to maybe try and find your sister.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Well, maybe I can at least try and work on a way to get you in touch with her.
Maybe. I just...
Have you tried using the sending stones that we have to get in touch with her?
Wait, you can do that?
If you know the person, you can send her a message.
Huh. I thought you needed a stone to reply to hear that.
Oh, we
The
do for
stones
our
you have,
stones.
they only go back and forth to the other
Yeah.
people with those
Oh,
stones.
right. Yeah, you're right. For the stones that we do, yes, but I can try and work out the spell to do that without the stone.
Interesting. Oh, I mean, I guess I've kind of been doing that for the last year, just in a very long, drawn-out kind of way.
Post?
I've been dancing. Okay, I wanted to become really famous so that maybe one day she'll show up at one of my shows.
Oh yeah. That's a good plan.
I've even using the name that she would call me as my stage name, and yet nothing. So I just think maybe she doesn't care or is gone.
Well, maybe she's not on this continent. There's a couple of other continents in the world. Maybe she's just on one of those. Yeah, this world's massive.
What?
Yeah, there's like a whole like ocean that we can go across, and you know, there's loads of places that she could be.
What? Oh my god, I have to do this all over again?
Yeah. Well, you should consider probably putting your music on like some kind of streaming service, so that way it goes international.
Yes.
But then there's different region codes and stuff, so it's probably not the best idea.
They should call it the Bard Cumulus.
I feel like a shorter version of that would be better. But
SoundCloud?
yeah. I don't have any
Hey,
immediate spells that can help you though, unfortunately.
it's
But-
okay. You don't. He just kind of hugs you. Thanks for taking this walk with me.
That's okay. I just miss the old Nemi.
I know, but I think red looks very good on me. Don't you think?
Yeah. But to be fair, you can pull off every color. It's really frustrating.
Except for black. I cannot wear black. It just doesn't work. I've tried it so many times. It just doesn't work.
That's okay. We have Fluid for the black, so it's fine.
Okay.
Dark and broody.
Speaking of, we should probably get back to the others.
Okay.
But
And
again,
just because I'm a child, I'm gonna race you there. Whee!
no, he's cheating. He's
He's
yeah, he's face.
I think I dropped Misty Step for today, which is really frustrating. Oh, I'll tell you what Tindra will do, actually. When you do your phase step, Tindra will do a spell that will put you back in that place.
Oh my god.
Basically swap places with me.
Oh my god.
That's really good. That's good, actually.
That's funny.
Get him.
And I assume we make it back all safe and whatnot.
Oh, well. As you're racing back, roll perception. The two of you.
Okay. Oh, it's not me that finds him.
No. 15.
As you're racing back, you notice some city guards marching in the direction of the tavern. Quickly.
Oh shit.
It looks
The
like
Merchant Princess has failed already.
it looks like a squad, maybe two, but a dozen or so men, maybe more. You're not sure.
So we're not at the tavern, right? Yeah, we're on.
You're
the way back.
on, like, you're racing back, right? And you saw
Okay.
them out of the corner of your eye as you're going past a road.
Okay.
So they're behind us.
They are behind you now.
I'll do the sending stone to the tavern. Fuck, 20 words. Loads of guards incoming. Not sure intent.
Would you say that we're 500 feet from the tavern?
At least, well, within that, yeah.
I want to cast Dimension Door back to the tavern,
You
like
just-
inside.
And you just go. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably best to run.
And you know,
And I'll do that to everyone that has a stone, so everyone knows.
oh, I'm getting a message.
Except for Matta, fuck that bitch.
Oh my god. Okay, so as you're running back, you see the guards, you start to use the sending stone to let them know, and then as you're talking through the sending stone, you suddenly you're back in the dining area of the light sheet and steel, and you're holding the sending stone there, and like pop in, and you are looking at everybody else like getting the message already.
Huh.
Hey guys, apparently
Ooh,
there's
bacon.
somebody on the way to the tavern. Tinder just told me. Just kidding. I was with him the whole time as he sent the message. It was a joke. Joke. It's very serious though.
I got Naomi back.
Hey.
And that's where we're gonna end the session.
Oh no.
Guards
Can we-
en route. Can we what?
Can we have a session that doesn't end on a cliffhanger?
No. Only cliffhangers. Only cliffhangers. Nah, that's where we're gonna close it down. Do appreciate all of you putting up with my semi-absence. I've been unfortunately I am on call right now for work, and I have been answering emails.
Don't
So,
worry, we can
fine.
cover you with some role play.
I do appreciate
Work
it.
is work.
I like sitting
Money
here
is money.
listening to the role play as much as the next person. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Jeff King Bashman, for the lovely donation. Those inspirations went to use this session. Unless anybody's got anything else. Oh wait, we do have something else. Gilded Blades next Thursday.
Come by for Gilded Blades next Thursday. It's the start of a new adventure, a 10-session adventure where we're gonna look into the political makings of the Oshedia Empire, and where it's gonna go, we don't know. But I have 5 wonderful players who are gonna create this world for everyone, and I really wish everyone would come watch because it's gonna be great. And if it's not because of my storytelling, then it's probably because of the RP these characters are gonna have. And how everyone's gonna have fun. I hope everyone likes it. It's very a la Game of Thrones, without a la Game of Thrones. So come by, have a meal, listen, and you can listen to it as a podcast, or you could just watch it on YouTube and on Twitch. This is my first game. Support me, please.
Question.
I'm scared.
Question
Yes.
for you.
Yeah.
Will there be a channel store?
Will there be a channel store? Yes,
Yeah.
there will be a channel store.
Reduced.
Where you can. It is a reduced channel store where you can buy things to affect the game.
You can donate and have the donation go towards something to affect the game. We have to clarify there, because otherwise
This
we're
is
rendering services, and I'm not doing that.
We're not doing that. You can donate. Those donations will go to something cool happening. So come by next Thursday is at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and join the fun. I would suggest coming to the first session. It's gonna be great.
Is it? Do I need to make a warning for this?
Yes. Yes. Yep. It's one of those kinds of shows.
Never gonna make any money.
I said Game
on
of
YouTube.
Thrones.
All right. Well, with that, thanks everybody. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. We're
Thank
out,
you.
and have a lovely evening. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Come by.
Bye.
Yeah.